Okay, I should be back now. Theoretically. Let us see. A second here. Yeah, we should be fine. Okay, let's try that stream again. Let's not completely mess this up by not having anything on the screen. Okay, let's try that again. What we were working on before is this get material data from line so that we can read the material data from a line like this. We want to read this out like that. Okay, and for the YouTube people that just started this thing randomly, we were just working on usual stuff. Okay, we were trying to get the material from line, and it's returning. Let's get line. Let's get the last line. Array dot blanks. Yes. That probably won't work now. Whoa. Oh. Randomly type something. Okay, there we go. Let's try that. This probably won't work actually. Yeah, out of range, which means that it's one too far. So we need to go. Where are we? -1. So that should give us the last section, which is actually probably going to be a blank space. No, it actually is the end. Cool. Okay, that's useful because I believe if we look at this, the end is the last thing. So the one before it should be the number, possibly. So -2. Should that be the number or some spaces? One of the two. Nope, it's a blank space. Okay. So let's maybe go back one. We'll do this one at a time. Okay, there we go. There's a number. I believe that's correct. If we look at the first, let's bring up our saves. Yep, I believe the first one is 00. That's 0.000, etc. Okay, so we can go back, keep going back. And eventually we should get back to the material. There we go, condition. Let's keep going back one. Yeah, it's blank space. 6. Paving stone, there we go, that's what we need, that is the material. So that is what we need, so we need to go back, nope. We want to go back. Go back to mono though, up here. Yeah, so that's that one we want. So that will return a string of that. So perfect, good. So we need to then, okay, so we got get material data from line. Let's do all the functions to get the stuff, and then we will assign them to a class. Okay, so let's go back to our browser here. What do we need to do next? We need to do the condition. So we'll probably do that. Damage, what's I call it? Okay. It'll be very similar. It'll be almost identical actually. except it's going to return an integer. It's going to get image data from line, and it's going to input a line. It's going to output the integer. And instead of doing this, I believe it was 2 backs. 5? 4? Maybe? I think it's 4. And instead of returning just that, we're going to turn int parse that. Good thing. And that should give us, it'll just parse it into an integer for us instead of a string. And then we're going to print that up. Nice and easy. Instead of this, we're going to do get damage. And in fact, I believe it's actually one more back, because I believe the 6, where is it? 4, I believe it's 3 actually, because it's blank space, then the condition. Yeah, I believe so. And if this was an error, then we know. Yep, we're in the correct format. So let's back up one more. Nope. Okay, it's not the first one, is it? I remember. Maybe it was. Oh, it's not an integer, it's a float. Silly me. So we don't even know what that is. So let's turn the float. Here we go, that's a lot. Yes, I believe it's 2 or 3. Like probably 3 maybe. Nope. Trial and error, it just takes forever. There we go. 0. Why is it just 0? Should it be 0.0? Oh, I'm assuming the float is rounding it, because if we look at the save file here, it's 0.0. What if we change that to 0.1? Just for the sake of demonstration here. That should change to 0.1, right? Yeah, okay. So that's just rounding off all the decimals, which makes sense. Okay, we're gonna leave that like that, so it doesn't mess anything up. And yeah, if you are new to the stream and you missed the first bit of the first stream, then I had to reset the stream. If you want to know what I'm working on right now, as an Architect's 3D viewer, there's a quick description in the, or quick description of that in the description of the Twitch stream. And if you're on YouTube, it'll be in your description as well. And if you want to sort of see the beginnings of this project, or the somewhat beginnings of this project, you can go to, if you're on YouTube, the previous, I've uploaded the stream from last night there. On YouTube, if you're on Twitch, the YouTube is youtube.com/thesebastiancraft. Okay, so let's move on. So we parsed the damage value, the material value. We need to do one more, which is the we don't. We have the position value. We did that last night. The material and the condition. So that's all we need to do. Eventually, it's going to get more complicated. And when that's true, shoot, I just realized that that's going to cause problems. Because if, for instance, if there's this here, interior true, then this will not fit in the same way. So we're going to have to redo this whole thing again, because we need to actually work from the front forwards, I believe. So we need to work for, instead of the end minus a certain amount, we need to do the start plus a certain amount. So we need to do, like, I'm gonna say maybe 10 or something. So let's start with the condition and figure out where that's going to be from the front. I kind of messed that up. I wasn't thinking of when the end changes. So let's do 5. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's do the material first, because that will give us what it is instead of just an error. So instead of doing the end -1, we want to do, say, I don't know, wait, 5 or 6, say, start with 6 in, and figure out what that's going to give us. Zero, a comma, so we got to keep going a fair bit more. No, don't select everything. Oh, no, let's keep going. So blank space. Also a blank space. Oh, there's a whole bunch of blank spaces if we look at the file here. There's a whole bunch of blank spaces in here, that's probably what we're getting. So let's skip ahead a bunch. So it's 15. There we go. Actually, we got it right on. Wow. Okay, that was lucky. So we were right on the material there. So it'll be something. So that'll be 15. And then get damage data from line. We want to do something like 18 maybe. Oh, it's not printing out the wrong thing. So it is printing out the wrong thing. Let's change that. We need damage data from line. Perfect. Right on. Right on. We're lucky. I don't know. But yeah, that's right on, I believe. Unless we changed the wrong thing. Which we didn't, I don't think. So this is the metadata one, and that uses AND, which is fine. Get position data from... Does that use the end? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't use array lot lengths, because anything using array lot lengths will probably get messed up. So, okay, yeah. 18, 15. Okay, so we've got to get damage data from line, get material data from line, and also get the position data from line. So we're kind of all the way on halfway there. What's the parsing process? So next step here is to take those variables. We got to remember that we're gonna get some weird ones that have error data, but this shouldn't affect it. It should still be able to read these things fine. You just ignore this data for now, and then eventually once we figure out what exactly the that data is, because I don't think this explains it completely. Once we know what that data is, we will implement that in. But this should just ignore that for now, so we can even go in through and get all the tile data at once, even with the while loop, and still be fine, hopefully. And if it crashes, then that's why. Okay, so what we need to do with those two functions is we need to make an error function here, actually, I think. And we're gonna get, we're gonna write an error function here called get tile. No, we already get in the data. We need to set tile data. No, store. Let's say store tile data. So a private void, because it's actually going to stick it in the array as well. No, it's not. It's going to, yeah, it's good. We're going to call this get tile data, so it's going to get let's do set tile data do class, and it's going to return a it's going to input a line. It's going to input string line, and it's going to output. It's not going to be a void here. It's going to be a tile. So it's going to return a instance of the tile class. So what it's going to do is it's going to input the line here. It's going to call these functions that we just made here. It's going to get all that variables and set it into a class, like make a new instance of the tile class, set all the information, and then we turn that tile class. And then in the main program, part of the program, we can set that tile class to an array. Put that tile class into an array. So we are minimizing the amount of code we have in that while loops, but 2 lines I think is probably fine. So what we want to do in here is relatively simple, actually. We want to get these. We're going to call these 3 functions and set the class. So we're going to make 3 variables. We want a vector2 position. We want a string material, and we want a float damage. So we got those 3 variables, and we're going to set those variables. We're going to say position equals line, no, get position data from line, like that. And I want to say material material equals material data line. Oh, stop putting spaces, it's annoying. And then damage equals get damage data from line. Just like so, and that will work. So it'll get all the things and set all these variables. We actually want to create an area mode. We're going to create a tile variable here, or an instance of the tile class. What do you call this? Tile, like so. So like capital, and then we're going to say tile equals new tile. And that should give us 2 options. We can either have nothing in it, or we can initialize the new type, location, and damage. So we called it type before, I call it material now. What does it matter? So we're going to start with the material as a string. So we're going to go material, and then the location. Let's see, location. But no, position, whatever. I am really not good with my naming schemes, and we're going to use damage. Like that. So what it's going to do is create a new instance of the tile class with the material, the position, and damage. If we actually go look at the tile class, I can show you that quickly. It's in here, I believe, somewhere. Yep. Okay. And we can see that it just has those variables stored in them, like here, and we have get, and all the damage, get all the different types, set all the different types, nice and simple. So yeah, so we're just making a new instance of that class, and setting all this stuff to it. And then all we have to do is we return. There we go. So we've parsed all the data. We have all of the functions to parse all the data, and we have all the function to set that all to a class. The new tile class, so that will store all our information. So we need one of these instances of these class for every single tile in the game, in the map, whatever you want to call them. Which is quite a lot. I believe that it's, I don't know how big is a map. Let's do a calculation here on the run. The map, I believe, is 100 by 80. So let's 100 times 80 is 8,000. Yes, that made way more sense than I should not have to calculate that. So 8,000, we'll have 8,000 instances, and this is the smallest map, so we can probably go up to easily 200 by 200, which is quite a lot of cells. So we will figure that later. But this shouldn't cause any major performance issues that we have to worry about, so I don't want to worry about too much. So now the trick is, is go. Now we have to parse. We have to go through each one of those cells. If we look at this here, we have to go through each one of these things all the way down, all the way to here. Where's the bottom? There. So all the way down to the way down to this one here, and all the ones in between. Which, yes, you can see. See this one it has a lot of road markings now, concrete tiles, paving, there's probably some walls in there. Yeah, brick wall, concrete floor, and you can see when we have something more complicated, it has a room.I and room.U value. I'm not exactly sure what that does, and it also has an interior value. So we'll deal with those later, and that's really simple to implement. We just have to add those to the class, and then add them, and have functions that parse it, and stuff like that. So what I think we're going to do to get all these values is we're going to be a little bit cheaty, kind of, sort of, not really. We're going to say, the position, say we're going to pick the first position. So say the vector2.x is, well, it's less than 100, or no, not less than 100, less than, in this case it's 200. Where is it? On top here. Come on, you can do it. Top, please. There we go. So when it's less than 100, say in this case, or less than the number of cells on the x direction minus 1. No, number of cells in the x direction. So when it's less than that, when the line is less than that, keep going and go into the next line and the next line. It should work theoretically. And sadly, we kind of have to use a giant section of this. We can actually probably make a save file with just a few of these. It could be a section like that big, but then I have no. We'll do the whole thing. So let's complete this. So we've skipped the first line. So now we're on the first line. So we're gonna say do while. We're gonna use a do while here. I think this will work. We might be off by 1, but other than that, we should be fine. So do while line dot get position data from line. So actually we've been calling this function in multiple places. So get position data from line dot x is less than the num cells x. So all that the data is, I guess. So it's actually going to do is it's going to the thing about do while loops that you get. The thing with you get with do while loops is you get this the code in here will execute, and once, and then it will check this position. So what we're going to do is we're going to do line equals the reader dot read line. So it's going to read the line, and then we're going to do what we call that function again. Okay, we set it. What was it? Set tile. Set tile data to class. Line. And we actually have to add that to array. So we're actually going to use, I think, a one-dimensional array. Even though it's a two-dimensional thing, we're going to use a one-dimensional array. So it's going to look the same as it does in here, with them all stacked like this, one after each other, which is fine, I think. So we'll create an array in a second here. What we're going to do is we're going to, just to test this, we are going to, yeah, so it's basically going to execute. The current line after this, after we call this function one time, will be on the first, on the, let's go to the top here. Will be on this line. So what it's going to do, it's going to read the line, it's going to set the data, and then it's going to go to this statement here, which is going to check the semicolon. It's going to check, it's going to get the position dot x, and it's going to compare it. So if it's less than 100 in this case, or anything that num cells x is, whatever num cell x is, then it will keep going and going and going until it stops. So that should I'm pretty sure that that will run the perfect number of times. So it stops at the bottom, but we can test that. And we're going to test it. We're not going to add it to an array yet, because I have a feeling that's going to take a little bit of setup. What we're going to do is debug .log set tile class, and that's going to return that. We can go dart type get type, and we can return that. So it's going to output the type of every single class as it goes through. So this is going to take a second because it has to go through however many lines there is. Probably actually only take a couple seconds. We'll see. Let's make sure that it should work. Yeah. So it's going to return the get type, and the get type is going to just return a string that we can just debug out. So theoretically, this should go through every single one of these things and just print out this value here, or nothing if we didn't set it properly. But at least it'll print out something, hopefully. Maybe, if we're lucky. So let's try it. Let's see what happens. System.format invalid format. Ha. Stopped. Why did you stop? So it did paving stone, grass, grass, paving stone, paving stone, paving stone, paving stone. So how many paving stones is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it got to this one and it decided that it wasn't going to work. Okay, I think there's several reasons why. This looks very similar. This looks exactly the same. What doesn't look the same is this. Because it's multiple digits now instead of just one. Which I really doubt it's going to make a difference, but it could. Actually, it will make a difference. Sadly. Because I didn't think of that. I think it'll make a difference. I shouldn't make a difference. We never tested it with the double digit number. So let's test it with a double digit number separately here. So let's scrap this set of code here for now. We're not scrap it, we're just going to comment it out. And we are going to then instead just read the position value from this line. So let's first do line equals the reader dot read line, like so, and I'm going to say get position data from the line. Okay, so but that will just give us the first one, which isn't going to help us. We need to give it a bunch of them. So I'm going to copy this and just paste this like a bunch of times here. So that should get us down to a line that's farther down, which more than 10, which should give us a double digit numbering, which should tell us if that's the problem, which I believe it is. It's not giving anything because it's giving us nothing because we didn't did we not debug it properly? Probably. Yeah, we didn't. Let's try it again. It's not throwing an error, which is interesting. No, it shouldn't. It wouldn't be throwing an error. No, it should be throwing an error if it's not picking up the position data right. Oh, I messed this up. Debug.log would help. Either give us nothing or something. Yeah, it's giving us 9. Oh no, we missed it off by 1. Off by 1. Didn't put enough in these. So that should give us to 11, which will throw the error, theoretically. Well, it's not throwing an error at all. Okay. Why? Okay, so, well, okay, let's start debugging whatever problems it could be. So, let's get rid of all this code here, and let's get rid of all this code here, And let's run this again and try to investigate a bit more. Why it's throwing an error all of a sudden when it gets to double-digit numbers. Yep, it's having invalid format. Double parse. Are you telling me where that's... I know, but that's where it's coming from, but where's the error actually at? 209 according to this. Yeah. That would make no sense. Okay, obviously not that. Only thing I can think of is at this point is this here, and that's not working properly because maybe we should do that. Nope, wrong. Because numcells.x is a integer, and we're comparing it to a float. Can we compare stuff to a float? We should be able to. Theoretically. I don't know. I have to look at this for a second here. Sometimes you just need to tell you somebody to tell you what's going on. Okay. Okay, well, I'll figure this out. You know what we can do? We can just make this run. Let's make an I variable here. I equals. You know what we can do? No. Oh no. Let's just run single one here, just to make sure that it's not. Well, that's not gonna help us much. I don't think, but it could help us a little bit. Let's just run this here. So that should just run once, which should give us the top. Yeah, I think so. There we go. Let's put this in this for loop. That's just probably actually a better way of doing it. For int I equals 0. Well, I is less than, in brackets, we're going to put num cell x plus num cell y. And I plus, again, this might be off by 1, I might have messed up, but that should be fine. So that should run the same amount of times, and it should be dynamic, it shouldn't cause any problems. It's just a while loop, usually how you usually do it. So let's see if it has the same problem. I think it probably does. Now it's getting to the paving stone, last paving stone, and hitting invalid format. Oh, it's giving me a different line number here, 154. No, that's the where it's coming from, right? Yeah. Okay. But where is this throwing the 212 maybe? Get damage from line. Looks like it might be where it's coming from. Probably because we've messed up the damage for some reason. Oh. I wonder if as soon as it gets to 10, it messes up with get damage from line. Yeah, that's 212. Okay, I think that's where it's coming from. So let's debug this properly here. Again, let's skip this code here, and we're going to. I think that when it gets to double digits, it's throwing off the alignment of the parsing for get damage from line for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, unless no, because nothing else is changing but that. Like literally from the material and everything is the same. Like this is literally, if we go down to here, this is the problem causing line. This is the exact same at the top except for this one bit. Oh, it's one less space. It's one less space in there, which means we need to... Oh, that's gonna be an absolute pain. So we're gonna have to write... Oh, we need like 4 or more, because if you think about it, we're gonna have 1. This is a pain. This parsing, this is really bad file. Like this is a really bad format with all these spaces and stuff. Look, it looks good like this. It's not good from parsing from. There's probably a better way of doing this, but you know what we can do actually. That's probably a better way of doing it. No, it's not actually. Okay. Because no, not only do we have to rely on it being this one, this amount of spacing, and then we have to go down to when the second one gets to 2 double digits, right about here. Like that's one spacing. Now we got a whole bunch of other spacings here. And now we got this weird spacing like that. Absolute pain. Let's figure out how to get around that without having to make a million different functions that are different for each one. For each spacing set. Okay, so we're gonna have to maybe split on something else. On condition, maybe? Promise the split function, if we look at it here, the split function uses a char array of characters to split on, not in text, which means we can't split. We can't split on condition, on the word condition here, or not easily. No. And that's going to throw off that's going to throw off all the functions. Ooh, this is going to be nasty. Oh, we're going to have to completely rewrite huge chunks of this code again we just wrote. So I think our best approach is to split. We want to split off that. We want to split that away. I think. So we want to split this into. We want to split into this. So from material onwards, and then we want to, yeah, we just want to split from material onwards. So we're going to have to do some loops. That's going to loop through this thing until it finds material, and then take all the stuff from that onwards and use it. Oh my god, that's just gonna be an absolute pain in the neck. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's just a little bit of a setback here. Just a little bit of a setback. Okay, so I think we can do that. Let's write a function that does that. Yeah, that's a good idea. We want a function that returns the first number that we want the function that returns the array index that the material is at. This match is. So then we can then base off all our other data acquisition stuff off that starting number there. Hope that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna write a function just for doing that. I think. Again, kind of weird function, but it'll work. So we're gonna put this. And I don't even know what to call it here. Private integer get split index. Probably the best one, and we're going to input the line. I don't know if anybody else will know what that title means, but this one I will. Okay, so we're going to take. We are going to split the line. We're going to do this. We're going to do this here like that. We're going to actually. We're just going to do this. Like that. So, we want to split it on spaces. Yes, we want to split it on spaces here. And that gives us an array. And then we can do a for loop here. So, not a for loop, a while loop. A while. Nope. Yes. Maybe. While. No, let's do while. So it executes it at least once. It will need to execute it at least once. I guarantee you. And we are going to do while. We're going to make a index variable called I. Int I. And we're going to start it at 0. And then every time we go through the do loop, we're going to increment it by plus. So while, and then we're going to set. We also have in there a string variable called s, just like that. And s is going to equal to line array I position I. So that will give us a string, and while string is not equal to, I don't know if it's a capital or non-capital. Capital. M-A-T. So let's do sort of make sure the execution order and everything is right here. So it's going to make two variables, I starting at 0, and that's s starting at 0. So it's going to first go like this. It's going to set s to equal line away, which this happens to be 0, and it's going to increment it by 1. Yes, what we're going to have to do is we're going to do something about that. We're going to increment it by 1. Then it's going to check if s is and then if it's less, if s is not equal to material, do something. Keep going. And then if not, we're going to say return I minus 1 because it incremented it. So say it's on the right thing. Say it's at, I don't know, 5 or something. And it goes through and it sets s to 5 to the line array at position 5, and then it's going to increment. So now I is at 6, and then S, and then okay, well S is still at what the position is at 5. So okay, well, it is material. And so yeah, so then it will be at 6, but the actual position is at 5. So -1. I think that's how it's gonna work. Hopefully. Now let us implement. Let's not even. Let's skip this. We're just going to set line equals the reader read line. Okay, and then we're going to check. What do I call it? Get split index from line. So the first one should give us a number, theoretically. And if not, it'll be an infinite loop. Oh, no. One error. Where? Line equals. Well, no errors, that's always usually good when you're right. Done, okay. So it should give us a number. Except we didn't output it all. Also, I think it's an no, it's not an infinite right now. Debug dot log. We can just use print too, but I always use debug dot log. I don't know why. Just got used to it. So this should output a number, 14. Okay, but if we put a whole bunch more of these, like at least 10 of them, that should change to something slightly different, or one off. Which means that it's dynamic. There we go. That should be at least 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So that should give us one that is theoretically. Probably one different, actually. Probably 13 or 15, one of the two. 13. Okay, perfect. That's working. So we want to then we have to go back and change all our functions again, which is annoying, but part of life. Okay, so let's start. We don't need to getting. Where is our get position data? Oh no, get position data we can leave alone because it's the beginning, it doesn't change. Getting material data, getting damage data is what we need to change. It's no longer going to be 15. It's going to be the split index for a line plus 1 in this case, and then 18. 15, 16, 18, which would be 3, I think. No, 14. So this would be plus 4. So this would be split index line plus 4. So this should give us the same results. So I'm just going to skip the whole testing in one at a time. This should theoretically work now. We'll see, I guess, in a second if it gives us a bunch of things. Actually, if it freezes for a while, that's probably means it's working, and if it isn't, then it's not. Array index is out of range. Okay, so it's went into something. What array index? We're not in an array index. What? What do you mean array index? We're not using any arrays. Oh, we are. Oh. No. Where we can see what this is. Tile data to class. 261. Okay, material from. Okay, Okay, we got a problem here. Let's see where it's hitting that problem. So I'm gonna put this on the second screen here, like so. Like that. You see that? Okay, so let's go through this. So it's going through. Oh, it's going crazy here. Oh, first of all, that happened. I don't know if that's safe, but okay. So it's going through. We're missing. Why are we getting a sand in the beginning? It shouldn't be getting sand. Oh, what did I do? Yeah, that would help. That would help. That would help considerably. I don't know if that's. I don't think that's the cause of the problem, but I think it's causing some problem with the result. So this should give us, if it works, mini. Okay, it's giving us a way to index out of range immediately. Where are you doing that? Oh, I wonder if we messed one of these up. +1? +4. Let's try +3. Okay, so that's causing the problem, I think. Come on, close. There you go. Yeah. And then array index is out of range. We're not using race except for in splitting thing. Okay, what's throwing it from that? Okay, where is this coming from? 135. No. Get split index. I think it's getting in get split index. Okay, I think we're doing something wrong here. Oh, I think I know what it might be. First of all, are we... No. Oh, is the material thing changing? This function was working fine. Sure. Because I think this is going out of range. This one here. Now we sit here and think about it for a while. Okay, so this one... Why was that -I? Would that have been it? Maybe? I put a random noise in there for some reason. Cross your fingers, this might work. Unlikely, nope. Okay. We're getting... It's the very first time this thing is called. 176 is where the debug that's outputting this is. Nope, it's not. That's where the error is, 176. Which I believe is that line here. This, yeah, it's this one. So this is the problem. So string equals line array at position I plus plus. So at one point, it's never finding the material. I'm dumb sometimes. Why was it working before? Why is it working? Why was it working before and not now? That is weird. That was a not equals to instead of, so we'll never find it. Still getting an invalid format. Frig. Okay. Why? Okay. Well, that's a good start. Let's make sure that all our code up here is in order. skip this logging that. Oh, because I changed this. I did change it here. Didn't get damage data. I changed. It was supposed to be 4. I just changed it to see if that was the problem. So this should theoretically work. Let's go. Unknown character B. Wait, what? Character? $209. Where is that? Get position data. Oh, it's not good. That's something completely different. It's weird because all this stuff was working when we did it separately and then not when we've done it. Let's make sure that everything's in order with the for loop. I wonder. So it's throwing in this thing, which is get position data from line. Oh, did I mess something up in the save file maybe? Something dumb like that. No. Why won't you work? Okay. So, in here, what do we have in this code here? We got, it's getting a new character. We're splitting it on the parentheses, and then we're splitting in this. We should get 2. Goes the error. Where is the error? Where is console? Console. I don't see it. There it is. On their chart B. Why but B? Well, that's throwing from that. It looks 209. Oh yeah, okay. B. Nope, that's not the line that it's showing it. That's in something else. System format exception. Character B. System.double.parse. Where? Oh, here. Okay, here's the extra. Errors here. Set 246 maybe, or 198. No. It's still getting. It's still at. Oh, get damage data from line. We might have just accidentally typed the character. This stream is already way more difficult than the last one. At problems. somewhere in here. The 230. 233 maybe? Oh, this is probably the parse. Okay, it's probably not 4, it's probably 3 maybe. Invalid format. Let's go to 5 maybe. 5 over. Invalid char sing. Invalid format. It doesn't seem to exist. Let's debug. You know what? Let's do this a little properly here, since this is obviously giving us trouble. Let's do this. Get rid of this. Top line comments. Line. Reader. Read line. And we're just gonna do set tile data to class. Let's just debug it one line, the very first line here. Yep, still getting the unknown character B. Okay, let's debug. I don't think it's get type. It might be get type. Could be a problem. No, it's something that get type is calling. So let's do, instead of that, we're going to say get position data. Let's do these one at a time and see which one is the problem. So let's start with position data. It's position data reading problem. I don't think it is. I guess the damage reading. Nope, it's giving us the 0, 0. The material. Get material data. Material data from the line. Let's see if that's the problem. So this should return paving stone. Not returning anything at all. Okay, well that's a start. That's a start at least. Let's go to material. Get material data from line. So I'm still debugging everything properly? Yep. That should return a string, get material data from line. Let's not do +1, let's do +2. Because that's probably what's throwing error, it's not converting properly. Still not getting anything. Still not getting anything. Begin. Where's begin? So it's our get material data that's the problem. It's weird to get split next. Let's debug the get splitting. I thought that was working. It seemed to be working. Why you no work? Zero. Why zero? The first one is not material, I can guarantee you that. Are you just not working at all anymore? Remember we changed it. Oh, because it wasn't that. I'm just getting my mind. I thought it was. Yeah, it's not equal to material, so it's gonna keep going until it hits material. For some reason I was thinking that the same as material. So I had it work the first time. So this should work. Fact, this is going to turn a weird thing, but if we just now do +2, I believe, on this, instead of +4, or +1 or +2, I think. 2 or 1, I don't know. We'll see in a second, I guess. Nope, +1, I think. This is a very fiddly thing to parse. Very fiddly save file to parse from. She was thinking it was probably going to be easier. Paving stone, finally. Okay. So everything should be back to normal now. I just completely messed up. Completely. Complete brain fart. Did not think properly. Still getting back into the programming swing. I haven't programmed a lot lately, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this also. Let's uncomment this, and this should theoretically, assuming no problems, work here. The whole way. Just the whole thing. Where this is out of range. Okay, so we're obviously... Oh, it's printing out the thing on each one. Blah. No. No, I don't want that. Where are you debugging? Go away. Let's see that normally. It's still hitting a wall at one point for some reason. Okay. Just a second. I'm dropping frames like crazy here. So, I don't know why. So I will be back in like a second here. Yeah. I'll be back when I figure out what the problem is with my stream is right now. Butterflies. I'll be the blue inside your eyes. Your crazy loving keeps me paralyzed. Oh, this is what it feels like. Oh, this is what it feels like. Oh, this is what it feels like to see reflections of you. Okay, I don't know what the problem was, but it's got fixed now, so let's get back here. Okay, so, anyway, next is out of range. Why is it out of range? What's it hitting? It's hitting not the same roadblock as we had before. It's hitting actually, it's done a lot. Let's bring up this on the screen, I think, like that, and we're gonna do that. Yep, okay. So, first of all, it's I'm taking that by accident. Okay, so it's going all the way, it's going past the first bunch of sands until it hits paving stones again. It's going through all the paving stones until it hits sand again. Until it's sand and sand. It's sand for a while. Sand, 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 sand. Then it hits the paving stone down here. So it hits sand, and it's going to hit this, the paving stone, and then the grass, grass, and paving stone, and then long grass, and grass, and paving stone, paving stone, paving stone, paving. Oh, it's hitting. What is this? Okay. So, it's hitting something weird here. It's hitting. It's hitting. Go away, Steam. It's hitting. Let me bring this to the other stream so we can see a little bit better here. It's hitting this line here. I don't know if you can see that very well on the stream. But it's hitting this line. I don't know what that line means. I saw that in the wiki. I thought it was just somebody that messed up. But this is like non-existent. There isn't a material at 1-8. And why is there not a material at 1-8? Let's consult the wiki and see if we can see. So, I think, yeah, they had one here. Yeah, see, there's this weird one. See, this doesn't mention anything, but there's this weird one, like that. That it hits this. It just has a condition and nothing exists. So we need to deal with that until we figure out what that means. I'm assuming it means that there is nothing there. And let's actually hop into Prison Architect. It's probably our best bet here to figure out what's going on. So this is the same size, same file, saves file that I have in the, I can load up in the game as well. Copy of it. If we go down to that particular position, so 1 down, so 2 down essentially, and 9 over essentially. So let's hop into Prison Architect. I'm going to just be right back when I set that up. Okay, and I'm back, and we have Prison Architect open here. And if we hit load, that's the prison that we're basing it off of. This is my personal prison that I was playing for a while, and this is the one I'm using as my testing. So it's a relatively complex prison. That's what I wanted. So I had a bit of stuff in it. So if we look at 2 down. Okay, I don't. This doesn't seem like the same prison. I could be wrong. Let us count here. Let's grab planning. This is probably going to be really laggy. Sorry about that. Let's go planning. There we go. And this is 1 square. So 1, we were looking for something at, we're looking for something at position. The first one, that place that happens is 2 down and 9 over essentially. So 2 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right there. From the top left corner. Assuming that's 0, 0. Assuming that's 0, 0. But this does not seem like the same prison. Because we're getting, I believe this is a paving stone. But then we're getting grass. And I guess it's kind of, I think we will be hitting brick walls. And road first. You know what we should do is let's quit out of here. I'll be back in a second here. Okay. For those YouTube people, I'm watching on YouTube, you just missed a bunch because more technical problems. I'm still not used to this whole streaming thing. So, welcome back. I don't know what you missed, but you missed some stuff. Most likely me just staring at code. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm going to end the stream here. Actually, YouTube people. Sorry about the lack of the end of the stream here. Missed a little bit. Better than that, I need to go. I got stuff to do tonight. So yeah, I'll see you later. Hope you enjoyed this kind of weird stream again. Just still don't really know the any technical difficulties. Figured out. So yeah.